This chicken brooder belongs to Helen Ayedu, a member of Nakatunya Victorious Women Association, one of the associations under the Soroti City West Entrepreneurs Emyooga Circle. Mrs. Ayedu has 160 layers in the brooder placed in front of her house.
I got 700,000 from our association, added 200 and bought 200 chicks.
At 4 months, the chicken begin laying eggs. A tray of eggs goes for between 10,000 to 12,000 shillings only in Soroti town.
I'll rear those chicks for 4 months when they start laying eggs. The small eggs I sell at a lower price. But when they become big like these ones, then the price also goes up.
There is readily available market in Soroti City, and Mrs. Ayedu does not struggle to sell.
I don't take them to outside. Customers come to the gate, they ask for the eggs and we supply.
She plans to sell a lot more eggs and chicken in December during the festive season when the demand for eggs and off-layers is very high.
Over Easter season, I sold 40 out of the old stock I have. The rest I will sell in December when I off-lay them.
The Emyooga Fund has come in handy for her business.
Before I borrowed the money, business was limping. It was limping. I would stock at the beginning of the year, sell at the end of the year, and then stock again. But now I can stock anytime. When these ones are going off, I have something laying and I have something coming up.
When chicken lay eggs and the eggs remain in their reach, they start eating them. So Mrs. Ayedu often collects them as soon as they are laid.
When they are settled, I collect twice in the morning, then in the afternoon, then in the evening.
She explains why she prefers Emyooga Circle to other circles and banks or micro-deposit-taking institutions.
Emyooga money is very good. You get it anytime you want. After using, you get more.
Mrs. Ayedu has now fully paid school fees for the children, and she is happy that with the over 1 million shillings she earns monthly, she can comfortably meet her other needs.
The money that I get, I use for digging food. I use it for feeding here, dressing, and helping my relatives.
Jessica Anyako is a member of the Pamba Kaprinam Women Entrepreneurs Association, which is also part of Soroti City West Women's Entrepreneurs Emyooga Circle. Mrs. Anyako, who sells wine and other drinks, received 2 million shillings from the circle, and she used it to expand her business.
I used to just brew 1 jerrycan and it gets done, and I don't have capital to do what, to maybe add more. So when I got that money from Emyooga, I actually bought a lot of things.
She also used part of the 2 million shillings to buy more of the items she needed to boost her business.
I didn't have any packing bottles, but I ended up buying packing bottles. Now I do pack wine with bottles. I also didn't have drums, jerry cans, but I used that money for buying that. At least I also managed now to buy a sack of hibiscus, and it is still there actually, because I don't go short of it.
To make hibiscus wine, Mrs. Anyako buys the hibiscus flowers, boils 20 liters of water and then mixes the 2 kilos of flowers in it.
A 20-liter jerrycan takes 6 kilos of sugar. So basically those are 12 kilos of sugar that I pour on those 40 liters. And then I get 1 tin of yeast. I actually pour it all in the 40-liter juice. Then I either first transfer it to a jerrycan and tighten and pour the juice there, then tighten it so that it starts the process of fermenting.
Mrs. Anyako is a single mother fending for her children. She makes about 400,000 shillings a month, which she says can meet many of her needs.
My mother has been taking care of my son, but now I've also come in to support her in a way that I also contribute towards the school fees and the boda and his upkeep.
Mrs. Anyako, who looks to a brighter future, shared with us some of her business ideas she seeks to try out to diversify her business to guarantee sustainability.
Okay, I also have the idea of baking cakes. I feel like I want to venture on that also, so that I can capture, when it comes to parties, I can capture a lot of market during parties and so on. I can be a service provider.
Dorothy Alero, who is engaged in piggery, lives here in Alocho North. The family has turned this house into a pig pen, and this is where Mrs. Alero rears her swine. She is a member of Alocho North Obakal Women Entrepreneurs Association, which subscribes to Soroti West Women's Entrepreneurs Circle.
Our association got 6 million, but as an individual, I was able to get 2 million, which I used to acquire better breeds from Nachifu, my farming company. I got 5 gilts, which I already served 2. They're pregnant, and then the 3 are growing up.
So what prompted Mrs. Alero to venture into piggery, which is considered a manly activity and shunned by many of her peers?
I visited a few farms in Mukono, and I got young people like me venturing in this project. So I picked up interest and started. That was in 2017. I lost a brother that same year, and he had left children behind. Seeing that these children didn't have who to take care of them, I decided to step in. So that motivated me to do it on a commercial basis so that I can raise some money to take care of those children.
Her savings group or association received 6 million shillings from the 30 million which was disbursed to the circle by the Microfinance Support Center. Mrs. Alero is a breeder, and besides enabling her to stock new breed, the Emyooga money has also enabled her to buy new feeds. Each of the pigs eats 2 kilograms of feeds daily.
Initially, before I got the money, feeding has been a challenge. But when I got this money, I invested it in feeds. So as we speak, I don't run out of feeds because I stocked enough.
To Mrs. Alero, the sky is the limit, and she is dreaming big, looking beyond Uganda.
I intend to be one of the leading suppliers of piggery products in Uganda and East Africa at large. So I look into doing piggery on a commercial basis where maybe I produce 200 piglets per week.
We also visited the tomato farm of Majengo Women's Savings and Credit Association in Ojikai village, about 25 kilometers from Soroti city center. Alengot Franca is the chairperson of Soroti West Women Entrepreneurs Emyooga Circle. She's also the chairperson of the Majengo Women's Savings and Credit Association.
When we got the 5 million from the circles, we divided that money. 3 million was given to members as loans. Then 2 million is what we invested here. For last season, we also had tomatoes in three plots. which we sold, and we got 3.7 million.
At this farm, where government provides free irrigation during the dry season, they have 1 plot of tomatoes and 2 plots of sukuma wiki, a green leaf cabbage-like vegetable.
We have already started paying back our loan. We have so far remitted the money for the first quarter, and we have paid 1,124,000, including the interest.
The association has so far saved 20 million shillings.
We have a plan to open up a women's bank.
Since the government already provides drip irrigation at this demonstration farm, the Soroti City West Women's Entrepreneurs Emyooga Circle will achieve their dream of being the biggest money lender in the area.